Now, an emergency weather alert from Andy's Randomness.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. I'm going to give you all an update regarding Hurricane Dorian. We have just officially gotten a advisory from the National Hurricane Center down in Florida. They have given out their 5 p.m. update. The next update is scheduled to come out later tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. And I really need to get a better way of looking at this, because this GIF image is just not the best. It's just not the best. Is there another way I can pull up? Let me see if I can pull it up on Tidbits so you all get an idea of what the storm's going to look like. Because I should have been better prepared. Because I thought... Because I was wondering, my tablet was having that issue yesterday when I tried to do this. So let's see if we can get a satellite image of Hurricane Dorian. Okay, I think we can get the long wave. If we could get the long wave, that would be good. So I figured, let's just get to the advisory if the loop is trying to load today. If it can load, that would be great. But let's get to what's really important right now, and that is the key messages for Hurricane Dorian. So right now, I'll show you the cone of uncertainty later on in the stream, of course, but here's what we know right now. 4 key messages. Number 1, the risk of life-threatening storm surge and hurricane-force winds this weekend continue to increase in the northwest Bahamas, and hurricane watches could be issued later tonight or tomorrow, Friday, the 30th. Residents should have their hurricane plan in place and listen to advice given by local emergency officials. There is an increasing likelihood of life-threatening storm surge along portions of the Florida East Coast later this weekend or early next week. Although it is too soon to determine where the highest storm surge will occur, residents should have their hurricane plan in place, know if they are given a hurricane evacuation zone, and listen to any given by local emergency officials. The risk of devastating hurricane-force winds along the Florida East Coast and Peninsula later this weekend into early next week continue to increase, although it is too soon to determine where the strongest winds will occur. Regardless of the exact track of Dorian, heavy rains are expected to occur over portions of the Bahamas, Florida, and elsewhere in the southeastern United States this weekend into the middle of next week. So, let's see, can we get the loop? Okay, I think we can get the loop right now. This is very good. So the loop is having a hard time trying to decode, unless, we can try it this way. Alright, so I think we'll just have to pause it here, but wow, look at that. This is a big storm. This is just huge. Again, if I can try to get a more consistent loop of the storm, that would be excellent. But it seems Tidbits just does not want to cooperate. I don't know why it doesn't. Can I create a GIF? Guess not. That doesn't help me. See, I wish there was a way to pull up a better idea. Because again, I could try something else. Let me see if this might work. Okay, this might work. Can I try this way? Ah, okay, yeah. So again, here's what it looks like right now. Look how incredible this storm is. So can we get a loop? So if we can get a loop, that would help me. Okay, so I have found the loop. Excellent. Can we get a full screen? Alright, so I guess we can't do it that way, but can we download the animation? That might help us. That won't help me. So I can't get a new image in the tab. That wouldn't, And we lost it. See if we can get it back. I could do history. That would be good. I could zoom into the page. There we go. I think this is better. Now you all can see it. So it looks like right now it's trying to go into the Bahamas. It looks like it at the moment. So again, thank goodness I'm able to do this. I bet if I tried it on my tablet, I'm sure the same thing would work on the Silk browser on my Fire tablet. But let's get back to the public advisory. So very quickly, I want to mention earlier this afternoon, fellow YouTuber Agenda Free TV was live earlier this afternoon, and I will mention that I donated $1 earlier this afternoon while I was at work using Google Pay. So I'm sure Steve from Agenda Free TV got my payment earlier this afternoon. That's all I could do in this time of need, because right now we need more people to go online and cover this. Not just me, but my other colleagues, Jason Anthony Pinero, Matt Camper, Time Power LI. We're all going to be around this weekend to cover this, because we don't want anybody in Florida not being properly informed of what's going on, because again, this is a Cat 4 that's potentially going to make landfall early next week, which would be the from what the models are showing, it would be Tuesday. It would be Tuesday at this point. Now, Tuesday is going to be tricky because I can live stream when I get back from filming at Mineola, but that's going to be tricky. Okay, so right. So again, here it is. As you can see again, if you're just joining, doing special coverage of Dorian. So right now, Hurricane Dorian is Cat 1, about to be a Cat 2 by tomorrow or by Saturday. It's currently over the Bahamas, according to the official statement, the public advisory that was issued about 30 minutes ago. So what we know right now is maximum sustained winds of 85 miles an hour, which is Category 1. So again, this is what I'm worried about right now, this number of minimum central pressure. So earlier this afternoon, it was a little bit higher, but once you see this number go down, that's very concerning. That number goes down, it means the storm just gets worse. So again, no coastal watches or warning in effect, but I'm assuming by the weekend for sure, Florida will definitely have hurricane watches. I'm definitely assuming by the weekend, Florida's going to have hurricane watches. Alright, so interest in the northwestern and central Bahamas should monitor the progress of Dorian. So again, I'm assuming tomorrow in the Caribbean island, we'll know more about it. Probably by tomorrow. Definitely in the Bahamas. So let's see if we can find anything else that is important. Right. Extremely dangerous hurricane to the weekend. Right. So again, there was another one that was issued earlier this afternoon that Florida, and I'm pretty sure I read this earlier this afternoon with the Agenda Free TV, was that something earlier today. So let's take a look and see if we can find the advisory from earlier today. Let's see. Okay, I think I found it. This is the one. Okay, I'm trying to find that. Yeah, this is the paragraph that Agenda Free TV read earlier this afternoon. Okay, so let's try to start from here. It should be noted that models, so again, I'll show you the models because there was something that updated earlier this afternoon as well. Spreader deterministic models and the various ensemble guidance is still considerable at days 4 and 5, and this is what I want you all to pay attention to. And it is too soon to specify where along the Florida East Coast the greatest impacts could occur. So again, I mentioned this yesterday, that, well, Melbourne Beach is not going to get hit. Well, don't forget, other people have been saying it could go north to Jacksonville. it could go south to Miami-Dade. So again, it's very possible. Very possible. I will mention that federal officials, local, state, and including federal, are keeping an eye on this. I can confirm, multiple sources have said this online, that President Trump is going to be in the Situation Room all weekend, monitoring the storm with his staff. He was supposed to go on a trip this weekend. He has canceled that. He's sending the vice president instead, which doesn't really matter. But in that case, we're assuming that late next week or even next weekend, that President Trump could be down there in Florida. Now, obviously, there's one reason why he's monitoring it. Mar-a-Lago is down there. So you'd have to think, could this potentially hit Mar-a-Lago? See, that's a good question. From the cone of uncertainty, you would think that it's possible. The Mar-a-Lago Golf Resort. Okay, let's just look at this model. It's just crazy. So I'll go to tidbits in just a second. We'll get an idea of what to expect, I think. So let's just take a look at some of these. This one up. This one up. Okay, there we go. So again, these spaghetti models are projecting it to now go further south towards West Palm Beach. You have one model definitely going towards Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, and the other models to keep suggesting that it's just going to hit Melbourne. But again, there are other models on Tropical Tidbits that are suggesting that this hurricane could directly impact the Miami metropolitan area. Now, to specify, this could also include Broward County, where Coral Springs and Boca Raton are. So, sorry about that. Wow, I didn't mean to do that. Where was the other page? I can't pull it up at the moment. Let's see if we can pull this one up. There we go. This is what I wanted. Oh, okay. Okay. So, again, I think this is from Tidbits. This is definitely from Tidbits. Right, again, we don't make official decisions using this. This is just something that comes out of the blue. So, again, from what I'm making out here, Melbourne. Definitely Melbourne at this point, but we'll take a look at Tidbits, and it's a whole different ball game in terms of where this is going to end up. So let's see. Can we go to the East Coast? So I know there is a way to pull up the East Coast on this website. There definitely is. No, we don't want to do the Southeast. You know what? Let's do the Southeast. That way we get a better idea of the East Coast of Florida. So let's take a look at the GFS. So we have a 12C. I think this is being updated at the moment. Let's see if we can wait for it to load, because I think... Oh, okay. I think what's going on here is that the 12C needs to be updated. The 12C needs to be updated. Unless I'm wrong here, maybe I'm a little bit off. I don't know yet. But if we can pull it up, that would be good in that sense. Yeah, we need to go to around 72 hours. So 72 hours from today would be Sunday. That would be Sunday. So let's try to fast forward it and see if we can pull up Sunday. Okay, here we go. So now we're getting a better idea of where Dorian is. So here's Dorian on the GFS. So again, this is the 12C. I'm assuming later tonight we'll get the 18C model. I'll take a look at that, because I'll do it off stream to get an idea and compare the models to see. And again, this is... So let me give you an idea of Miami, because I'm my Miami geography is very good, of course. So, this is north of Boca. This is north of Coral Springs. This is Broward. This is Miami-Dade. So, let's see how close it gets to Broward. Okay, here we go. Ah, okay. Now we're getting a better idea of it maybe hitting towards Melbourne. Definitely towards Melbourne. So you see here, where I'm pointing my mouse, this definitely looks like it's getting closer to Melbourne. Melbourne Beach. And then, it definitely looks like Orlando's getting hit. Definitely we're getting a better idea. That's the Orlando metropolitan region. But take a look at this. It tries to go north into Jacksonville. So look how much heavy rain Jacksonville could get. And look, that's definitely Wednesday. Look at all that heavy rain that could go into Jacksonville. Like I said, Miami-Dade, Coral Springs, Boca. You guys should be thankful you're not going to get this rain because your neighbors up north, they're going to definitely see something. Yeah, look at this. Remarkable. Just remarkable. And the worst thing is, you see that number? You see that number right there? That number keeps going down and down and down, and that means that it's going to definitely be a devastating storm. That number won't even go up. And look at this. Look at this. Heavy rain now forecasted to go into Georgia on Wednesday next week. This is definitely going to be around. Let's see. And there it goes. Definitely goes out to sea. Try to fast forward it and get a better idea of where we could see it going. Yeah, it stays right along the Carolina coast in the second week of September. Ooh. Okay, this is very alarming. I hope this is not right. Ooh, this one may stick around for a while, 'cause this could hit North Carolina. And then let's see. Oh no. Oh no. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Delmarva, you may want to keep an eye on this. Because, take a look. Some of the remnants of Dorian could hit Wilcomico and Worcester in the second week of October. Second week of September. Wow, my months are off. Second week of September. Look at this. Look at this. So, I think it even tries to go up further into New York. Let's take a look. We need to go to 220. I mean, it's early, but again, anything can go here. Anything can go here. No, that's way too early. We need to go to 294. Now, I can't do the North American model until we get closer to the storm. Probably within 48 to 24 hours. So, what I'm thinking is, that's when we'll get a better idea of everything being played out. Let's see. Look at that. The remnants of Dorian could hit New York. Definitely the east end of Suffolk. Even Rhode Island. Definitely is a tropical storm. Definitely is a tropical storm. By Wednesday of, 2 weeks. The 11th. So, let's try to pull up another model. So, let's see if I can pull up the Canadian model. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a look at the southeast again, get you all an idea. Let's just take a look at your comments for a second. Oh, we have a problem on the railroad right now? Thank you, Joel. I appreciate that, but I want to keep the stream about the hurricane. I may tune into Matt later on. Thank you for letting me know about that. Any other comments? Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Alright, so here's Sunday from the Canadian. Now, the Canadian updates every 12 hours. So here's the Canadian. And the Canadian right now, let's see where it has it towards. Oh, no. That's not good. Let's see. Is that close to Broward? Yeah, that's a close call at Broward right there. Definitely too close to Broward. Let's see. Can I pull up a little bit more? Oh. Yeah, that's definitely Melbourne. Tries to heads up towards Jacksonville. Now the Canadian is suggesting that a heavy band of rain could go into Delmarva, but that's too close to call by next Saturday. Okay, that's too close to call in that sense. So we can't go with the meso scale because, again, that doesn't help us in that sense. So let's see if we can go with the euro. Alright, good. So now we can pull up the European. So let's get an idea of the next 72 hours, which would be Sunday. So let's take a look. Ooh, boy, hang on. Yeah, that's cutting it way too close to Miami. Way too close to Miami. Which, again, not a good situation in that sense, because then that's just too close. Yeah, see, that's West Palm Beach. So, again, that is something that needs to be monitored. Let me check NavGem. NavGem would be a better idea to get a sense of it, I would say. So after the NavGem, I think I will wrap up the stream. Yeah, Jason is sending me a message. I'm not even going to play it right now. So we do have problems on the railroad right now. Okay, so what's up with the Long Island Railroad? I'll have to get an answer on that later on. Anybody can comment what's going on with the railroad. I will read it on the air. I would appreciate that before I wrap up the stream. Okay, once again, way too close to Miami. This concerns me. This is Monday. And look. That's way too close to Miami. Check cancel. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at my emails for just a second. Because no one's really giving me a specific answer. Oh boy. We're having a potential problem at Penn Station right now. We don't know if this is gonna impact other trains, but a couple minutes ago, just got an email. 511 train from Penn due into Port Washington at 5:47 is canceled due to a track condition in one of the East River tunnels. The next train from Penn to Great Neck is scheduled to depart at 5:14, so it just left, I guess. Okay, anything else? We have another cancellation. 506 train from Penn due into Huntington. 607 was canceled. So I don't know what's going on. There's a track condition in one of the East River tunnels right now. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I'm getting multiple emails about this right now. So I don't know what's up with that situation. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna check Matt Camper's feed in just a second. So let me just double check to see if I can put this thing up on my YouTube channel. So why don't I at least share it? That's what I would like to do at the moment. Let me see. Pull up my channel. Put that situation. Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Yeah, Joel, I just said it. Broken track condition near Penn Station in one of the East River tunnels. So again, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching. When the 11 a.m. advisory is issued tomorrow morning, I will be back. Then I will not do another update tonight, but hopefully if Agenda Free TV is live again later tonight, I will share his broadcast and we'll go from there. So thank you all for watching. Till the next one, please take care.